what's going on, y'all? T-Bob here.
And Jake as well.
And you're about to watch a little OTB LSU.
We're going to give you all the latest, greatest between LSU football, baseball, women's basketball, softball, and everything in between.
Bottom line, if you want to talk Tigers, keep it locked, subscribe, like it, and we hope you enjoy it. LSU continues to get some big-time love from these teens as another high school big-time commitment for this 2026 LSU recruiting class as the Tigers land four-star cornerback. Is it Havon Finney Jr.? Haven? Are you saying Haven? Havon Finney Jr. out of Sierra Canyon High School in California. It's interesting. This cat was a 2027 guy, reclassifies for 2026, which, again, if you are good enough, makes sense in this current age of NIL where players are fully empowered before, you could, like, you want to get in the market now.
Yeah.
The market is very player friendly right now. And you got to imagine, or you would think that over time, some of that's going to erode and there's going to be guidelines and whatnot. So whatever. Reclassifies from 27, where he was the number one cornerback in the country for 27. Reclassifies to 26. He's still a top 100 player. He's 6'3", 170. He commits to LSU over Ohio State, USC, Georgia, Michigan, Oregon. So, like, the biggest names. First DB to join the class. Shout out Corey Raymond. LSU, again, though, as we said, in that 2026 class, or third DB in the class, excuse me, but first corner. But in this 2026 class, LSU already number one in the entire country with 10 commitments, now even firmly more number one. And this is a class that features the number one D lineman in the country and Richard Anderson, the number one wide receiver in the country with Tristan Keys. So look, one thing LSU has done incredibly well under Brian Kelly has been to recruit. And this 26 class looks like it is no different in that regard.
Yeah, and you still got some guys in state that are going to be in this 2026 class that you feel like you've got the lead on, T, that are only going to solidify what you have. And we talk about this all the time. Now, this player obviously is not from Louisiana. He's from California. But when you have a strong year in Louisiana, you have to make sure that you hit.
Yeah.
Like, you have to absolutely hit, because when you have one of those classes that is incredibly deep, and we could go back in the history of successful runs for LSU, when they have that class that is one of the best in the country as far as per state, and you hit on it, you win national championships.
Yeah, sure.
Or at least, like, you have a team that is worthy of winning one, playing for one. And so this feels like it is a big year for the state of Louisiana. You've already got a couple of those guys in, but if you can continue to just stack guys, and look, like Lamar Brown, right, is right down the road at U-High, and we've talked about U-High and some other, schools in the city, but certainly U-High, I mean, they're on LSU's campus, and you're always a little nervous. Mm-hmm. Like, man, is that player? Like, I'll tell you what, in fact, I'm bringing my boys lunch. Shout out to the Lugnuts. They won another tournament, so I'm bringing all the Lugnuts lunch, Katie and I, yesterday. So we're bringing in the Chick-fil-A, and I saw Ohio State recruiters walking out. They're there for Lamar Brown, right? So you're going to have competition for sure. But, like, if you get a player like that, like Lamar Brown's a top 15 player in the country. Mm-hmm. He's right here in your backyard. So that's what we're talking about with the state of Louisiana this year. You've already got some of those players committed to you. And if you go get a player like a Lamar Brown, it's only going to obviously add to the number one class. You have a realistic opportunity to have the best recruiting class in the country. And I know it's early. I know things are going to happen. But with who you have already, who you have targeted right now, and who I think you actually have the best opportunity to get, like, because right now I'm looking at, let's see, On3 has Lamar Brown 97% to LSU.
Oh, wow.
Right? So if you close the deal on guys like that, this could be a special class for LSU. And I know high school recruiting isn't in vogue like it used to be, but it still matters.
Yeah, so right now you got Finney, who, again, a cornerback just commits. He's a 4 or 5 star, depending on the service. You have Jabari Mack, wide receiver out of Destrehan. He's a 4-star. Dylan Purter out of Alabama, 4-star. Tristan Keys, that's the number one receiver in the country out of Mississippi. He's a 5-star. Bryson Martinez, 6'6", 290 lineman out of Gonzales, 4-star. Kenny Darby, wide receiver out of Bossier City, 4-star. Shout out North Louisiana. Aiden Hall, DB out of NOLA. He's a highly ranked 4-star. Jalen Chapman, offensive lineman out of New Orleans, 6'3", 290. A 3-star, it says on Rivals. Ja'Kai Anderson, wide receiver out of New Orleans. He's a 4-star as well. And then, of course, Richard Anderson, the D tackle, 6'4", 310, 5-star, top D lineman in the country. So, yes, like Jake said, this 26 class shaping up to be a very special one, which, again, is why, as we said, there's no excuse for this year's LSU team to not be a playoff team. You've had 3 top 10 high school recruiting classes in a row. You had the number 1 transfer portal class in terms of not just like raw ranking, but experience, like Power 5 starting experience, what you brought in. You have Garrett Nussmeier returning. You brought him even better weapons. It's time. It's time for LSU to have a big year. And then, if you want to talk about, Jake, maybe finishing with this class, number 1, which is obviously going to come with a big price tag, but how do you increase investment, everything else? By winning, right? Like, if you want to talk about really parlaying, maybe, hitting a kind of a jump pad of success. Let's say you have a good year, you threaten for an SC championship, you make the playoff, and then in December you close a class like this and you're 1, 2, 3, something like that. That's a just home run all the way around. So a really good job. And even now, not that all this is going to stay, but a really good job by the entire building over there to have a class like this put together here on April 29, 2025.
Yeah, I agree with you, T. And it does feel like one of those classes. And we got to get to the finish line. It's the tale as old as time when you're talking high school recruiting. But it's already where it's at. And I just think there's so many opportunities for you with guys that are still undecided in this class that I feel like you have an advantage. And on the field success helps a little bit, but it's not the say-all, be-all. Like, a lot of people just assume, oh, you go in a national championship, you're automatically going to get this number 1 class. It doesn't work like that. Like, you'd be surprised wins and losses and how much that doesn't really affect recruiting. But LSU right now is in a really good spot with a lot of really good players. And we've mentioned it, like Lamar Brown and Booby Feaster, who we talked about a couple of weeks ago from DeSoto, Texas. And those are top 50 players. Like, this class feels like if you stay pat, you can only add elite players to it.
So great job up to this point. Like Jake said, we'll see where this thing ends up going. But Havon Finney Jr., 5-star cornerback, joining this number 1 ranked LSU class. Big win. Wow, Jake, what incredible takes.
I mean, those guys, they're just the best.
I think so. And if you think so, again, hit the like button, subscribe, ring the bell so you get notifications when we post every single day here on OTB LSU.